On September 20th, 1923, Taisho 12. The Yomiuri Shimbun and Jiji Shimpo issued an extra edition reporting that Captain Amakasu of the military police murdered Osugi Sakae. The Osaka Asahi Shimbun issued 2 extra editions on the same day, following a call from Tokyo. Jiji Shimpo also had its reporters stake out the military police headquarters and confirmed that in addition to Osugi, his common-law wife, Inoue Ito, and 1 child had been murdered, and that the scene of the murder was an old well. This time, the U.S. Embassy protested to the Japanese government, stating that our own citizens are in danger, and asked for clarification and protection of the situation. At a cabinet meeting of the Japanese government, it was concluded that since the incident had already developed into an international issue and multiple newspapers had the information, it was impossible to bury the incident. On September 1st, 1923, Taisho 12, the Great Kanto Earthquake occurred, and martial law was declared in anticipation of Tokyo and Kanagawa being thrown into chaos. On September 16th, Osugi Sakae accompanied his common-law wife, writer Ito Noe, to visit Tsuji Jun, who lived in Mikasine, Tsurumi Ward, but Tsuji was not there. So they visited the home of Osugi Sakae's younger brother, Osugi Isamu, who lived in nearby Tsurumi-cho, Tachibana, and by chance Osugi's younger sister Ayam and her eldest 6-year-old son, Tachibana Munakazu, were staying there. Munakazu said, "I want to go see the ruins of Tokyo," so they accompanied him back to Tokyo. That evening, they returned near their home, and when No was buying fruit, she was taken from Yodobashi Police Station to Kajamachi Military Police Headquarters by the military police, who had been on the lookout, and was never seen again. When Osugi's friend, Jiro Yazunari, a reporter for the Yomiuri Shimbun, searches for him but is unable to find him, Yazunari intuitively believes that Osugi and his friends have been caught up in the crime. Munakazu was born when Ayam married Tachibana Soichi, a trader from Aichi Prefecture, and lived in Portland, Oregon, USA. He was a dual citizen of the United States, which has a birthright. Therefore, before going to the police, the Osugi family members rushed to the U.S. Embassy to report his disappearance, and immediately filed a missing person request with the police. When the Metropolitan Police Department inquired after Yodobashi Police Station reported that the military police had arrested Osugi and his friends, the military police replied that Osugi and his friends had already been sent home. The Metropolitan Police Department feared that the missing Osugi might be plotting something, and desperately searched for him. Osugi was a leading anarchist, and when martial law was lifted and newspaper restrictions were lifted, the Hochi Shimbun Evening Edition on September 18th reported that Osugi and his wife were taken away by the military police with their child, and rumors spread. As a result of the investigation, it was revealed that the crime was committed within the military police. Minister of War Tanaka Jichi summoned military police commander Koizumi Rokichi to question him about the treatment of Osugi and the other 3 men. Koizumi admitted to the crime and praised military police Captain Amakasu Masahiko. So Tanaka scolded him and ordered Koizumi to be placed under house arrest. On September 19th, 3 days after the incident, Amakasu and his subordinate Mori Kijiro were imprisoned in the garrison prison at the military police headquarters. On the same day, the body was pulled from an old well, and the Asahi Shimbun obtained information from the police by chance. The Tokyo Military Police's Shibuya and Kajamachi squad leaders, Amakasu Masahiko, a military police captain, and Mori Kijiro, a military police sergeant attached to the Tokyo Military Police Headquarters, Special Higher Police Department, were sent to a military court-martial for misconduct in the course of duty. And it was announced that the Kanto martial law commander, Fukuda Masataro, would be replaced, and that the military police commander, Koizumi Major General Koizumi Rokichi, and the Tokyo military police chief and military police colonel Koyama Kaizo would be suspended. At the same time, information censorship was imposed to prevent humanities articles on the case. After this, newspapers reported the case with all key parts obscured, although reporting was halted. The information itself had been spread to various companies by phone, so the Kyushu Nippo newspaper, which managed to evade censorship, issued an extra edition the next day. Even those who were anti-military supported and respected the military, who had been working tirelessly to maintain public order under martial law. However, The sudden replacement of the commander was met with shock when no details were reported. Rumors were circulating, and public anxiety was growing. In the midst of growing criticism, the military announced on September 25th, following the results of the preliminary investigation the day before, that Amakasu had taken Osugi and two others to a certain location on the night of the 16th and murdered them. At first, the identities of the other two were not made public, but when the article's suspension was lifted on October 8th, it was reported that the other two were Osugi's common-law wife, Noe, and Tachibana Munakazu. The public was in an uproar, as it was revealed that in addition to Osugi and Ito, who were anarchists who had caused a stir in Japan and were famous for their love scandals, a 6-year-old child had also been murdered.